Hello people, hello my friends. Thank you for joining me. We are at another Wednesday evening here on the beautiful Cedar River. Let me show you where we are. Ooh. It's a beautiful spot. The sun's starting to set. There was actually a sun dog earlier. I love seeing the sun dogs. But this is the beautiful river where we are sitting, where we will be having our ceremony. And so once I set our sacred space, that's where you'll be sitting too. Hello, welcome. I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman. And I'm a cowboy shaman tonight. I keep the sun out of my eyes. So I tend to, it's like there's two different places on the river I tend to do pipe ceremony. This one has less chance of having others wander in. So I tend to come here, but there's another spot just downriver by a trestle bridge. And why was I telling you that? I have no idea why I started saying that. But this is one of two spots that I come regularly. And it's just such a sacred power spot for me. Like the other day I came down and spent like 5 hours just sitting here doing pipe ceremony, praying and everything. And I forgot to bring my drum with me. I was in my office today. I forgot to grab my drum, so we're gonna got my nifty tiny rain stick. It's more of a dribble than a rain. It's my dribble stick, but I use it to take with me to do. For this touch, it's like I always have my rattle with me, so I can set sacred space, or I can journey. Use it to do shamanic journeys. But so what I'm going to do first, like I said, is set sacred space. And what we do when we do that is we call in the elements, the spirits of the place, our spirit guides, our spirit helpers, to hold space around us, to create an energetic container where we can do our ceremony, knowing that we can then relax. We know that we're being held. We can let down our own guard, our own walls, and open up to Creator. And so this is how I do that with my rattle. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Bless us with your love and your light. Thank you. Alright. I was trying to scarf down my dinner before I started video, and I'm not going to eat in front of you because I was having a bagel with cream cheese, and cream cheese and beards don't really go well, and they're not for public consumption. So I do have my chai. Alright, so Again, let me introduce myself. If you've never been here before, haven't seen my videos, or know who the heck I am Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and we are going to do a sacred pipe ceremony. I started doing this, well, I've been a pipe carrier, geez, for probably like 4 or 5 years now. And at the beginning of the pandemic, I started doing this every week because of such uncertain times and the unpredictability of life, all the things that the world keeps throwing at us. I wanted to be the presence of love in the world, and I wanted to help hold that vibration of love, of understanding, of wholeness, of compassion, while the world was seemingly falling apart. And things are still falling apart, or so it seems, and so I am still doing these videos just to give people a moment in the middle of your week to let go of take the world off your shoulders. Let go of all the crap, all of the have-tos and the shoulds, and just breathe for a moment. Connect to Creator, connect to your own spirit, and send up our prayers and our intentions straight to Great Spirit. And that's one of the benefits of doing pipe ceremony. It's once I put we store our pipes in 2 pieces. The stem is the divine masculine and the bowl is the divine feminine. And when we put it together, it is so powerful. It is, it's like a mobile altar. It's like church. And when I put it together, until I take it apart, is one giant prayer, because when I put the pipe together, it invokes all of creation. It wakes up the spirit of my pipe. It invokes all of creation, the yin yang, and creates a channel straight to Creator, straight to Source. So once I do put the pipe together, that's when you can think your best thoughts, pray your bestest prayers, ask for the fulfillment of your biggest and best desires, because they will go straight to Creator with no filter, nothing in between, no obstacles. And in case you haven't been here before, I'm so grateful to the people that have been with me for the last couple of years, listening to this every single week. But the way the pipe ceremony looks, just to give, so that you know what's going on. Like I said, this is the pipe. It was given to the Lakota people 19 generations ago by a white buffalo calf woman. He was a spirit woman who came and spent time with the Lakota people, brought them the pipe, along with 7 total ceremonies, all of which the pipe was the center. And so it's been handed down generation after generation, and it is the most sacred ceremony I know of. And I have been part of a lot of ceremonies, so in my opinion, this is the most sacred ceremony I know of. So what it's going to look like, I'm going to say a prayer. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to light some sage and smudge everything here on my altar that you can't see because it's just below the camera. And then I will say a prayer to ask permission to smoke. And I will put the pipe together. And I will put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl. And during that part, you will hear the prayers I say to the different directions, to the different spirits, etc. Then once I do that, I have a song I sing that I've been asked to sing before each ceremony that I facilitate. So I will sing that song at that point. Then I will light the pipe and I will send smoke blessings into the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all my relations, straight up to for Creator. And then I will hold the pipe, the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart for a silent prayer. Then I will come back, I will relight the pipe. And at that point, I'll take a great big puff and I will blow it straight at my camera. And through the magic of the holographic universe, through the magic of the internet, that is a blessing coming from my heart, carried through the smoke of the tobacco, through my camera, out whatever device you're watching this on, and to your heart. And then I will continue to send smoke blessings and intentions. After that, some of my own, some for intentions others have asked me to pray for. And whenever you see me puffing, blowing out a puff of smoke, feel free to attach your intentions, your prayers to that smoke. It's like I said, it's the tobacco carries the prayers to Great Spirit. So then when I'm done, I'll say another prayer, I'll sing a song, and then I will take the pipe together, take the pipe apart. I think Mercury retrograde has gotten into my brain. I'll take the pipe apart, and that will be the end of the ceremony. And then I will probably talk a little bit more. My guides usually have something for me to say. So that is it. And so again, thank you so much for joining me. It is an honor and privilege to be able to share this, one of the most sacred ceremonies I know of, with others, to give people other options to connect to Great Spirit, to connect to their spirit, to pray, to have the excuse to let go of the world for just a little bit. And the secret is that little bit is actually reality, and all that other stuff that outside of it is illusion. So, spoiler alert. Anyway, so let me smudge everything. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk walk in beauty each and every day. Alright. One more swig. And I can lose the hat, the tree, or the sun has gone behind the trees. So let's do this. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All my guides and guardians, watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawaban, Shanadisi, Majikiwas, and Wabus. There is always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all my relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo Catwoman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okene, Bayama, Okene, Bayama, Okene, Bayama, Okene. Okene, Bayama, Okene, Bayama, Okene, Bayama, Okene. Okene, Bayama, Okene, Bayama, Okene, Bayama, Okene. grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We thank you for our lives. We thank you for our paths. We thank you for your guidance, for holding us in your love, and for blessing all those innocent souls who lose their lives because of someone's hate, because of mental illness. Bless everybody involved. Bring light and love to the world, to every human heart. Aho. Hi-hi-la-hi-ho. Hi-hi-la-hi-ho. Takes me a minute to get back. Whew, done. Oh. And one of the things I love about pipe ceremony, among the millions and millions of reasons, is it's about the breath. And it's the breath that connects us to the spirits. You know, when I'm doing the prayers beforehand, I actually hold the tobacco up, thank the tobacco spirits, and I blow love into the tobacco, thanking them for carrying our prayers to Great Spirit. It's our breath and the smoke that carries our prayers. In some languages, air and spirit are the same word. And if you think about it, air is the first element we connect with when we're born, and it's the last element we let go of when we pass, when we die. You know, first breath and our last breath. And air is our most intimate element. We can only last for a matter of minutes without air, rather than like food or water where we can go for a little bit longer. So air is magic. And throughout shamanic healing, the healing I do with my clients, a big element of it is the breath. It's like when I do a soul retrieval, I do what's called soul retrieval, where with my guide, I have a specific guide who happens to be a salmon, that takes me to find the soul parts of people who have become fragmented. They lose part of their soul because of trauma. It gets cut off, and so I'm able to go find those parts, and I actually draw them down to me, and then I blow them into a person's heart chakra and crown chakra. It's like breath, and this is like cross-cultural, global. The breath is so important. It's the breath that carries the healing. We blow power back into a person. We blow power animals. We blow soul parts. And we also, what's called siphoning, we suck pain, we suck disease out of a person, blow it either into the earth or into some water, and allow the earth to neutralize whatever that is. But it all comes down to breath. It's breath that keeps us alive. It's breath that holds us here. And so to have a ceremony that centers around breath, and even meditation, so much of meditation is centered around your breath, breathing, being present. Because what happens when you get anxious, when you start getting pulled out of your center, you start breathing more shallow, you take quicker breaths. As always, take a deep breath. That's what centers you. That's what brings you back into alignment. And it's that ability to keep breathing. And I didn't know that's what I was going to talk about, but that's one of the things that I love about pipe ceremony. That it's so intimate, taking the smoke into my mouth, blowing it out with my breath, sending blessings into the world, releasing, if I'm doing a personal ceremony, if I've got pain or something emotional that's bottled up, I can and literally blow it out of my system. I love it. I love my job. I love breathing. But and even when you think about those who have died, at least for me, I connect with them. I get visions of them. A couple of days ago, my mom had to put down our family dog. Well, it was mostly her dog. And as soon as it happened, I was here doing pipe ceremony to hold space and to help him cross over. And when he did, I saw my dad come from spirit. He's been gone for almost 7 years now. He came to get Star, our dog, and Star was so happy and licking him all over the face, even though he would yell at us. If we let the dog lick our faces, he was letting Star lick him all over. And Star was just happy and jumping around and yapping like a puppy, and it's through crown, third eye, mind, mental. It's like air is connected to the mental realm, and so it's connected to our imagination, and that is what connects us to spirit. It's like your imagination creates your own, how do I put it? We each have our own personal mythology. And it's like the heroes we grew up with, the people we admire, the stories we love, the movies, the video games, the comic books, the novels, those things that resonate with us, that are reflections of our inner being, that forms the images, the feelings of our personal mythology. So that's what's in our imagination. And that is how spirit speaks to us. Spirit will speak to you in the language that you understand. I taught a class one, well, it was kind of there was a group that had me come and speak about spirit guides, animals, animal spirit guides. And so we did a guided meditation for people to meet their animal. And this woman came up after me, really kind of sheepish and shy, and she's like, do spirit guides sing Disney songs? And I laughed. I was like, absolutely. Spirit is going to use whatever is meaningful to you to get the point across. And so this woman, a fish had appeared to her, and the fish was singing the song from Finding Nemo, that Dory song, swimming, swimming, keep on swimming. And that was the message. And it hit home because that was this woman's mythology. She was familiar with that, and it resonated because that was her imagination. That was how we connect. It's through stories that we connect to spirit, that we connect to our ancestors. Whether they are ancestors of blood, spirit, or ancestors of story. And so one of the biggest questions I get when I'm teaching people how to do shamanic journey, which is the method we use, the repetitive sound to entrain our brain waves so that we can go into trance, and that's how we travel between the worlds into the spirit realms to connect with our spirit guides. And probably the biggest question I get when I'm teaching that, how do I know I'm not just making it up? How do I know it's not just my imagination? And I'm always like, well, yes, you are making it up. It is your imagination, and it is still valid. Because the universe is going to use your imagination as the connector, as the interface between you and whatever message is trying to come through. So you might get image. I had a class a few weeks ago, and we all journeyed to get to our guides and ask for a healing that we didn't know we needed. And I ended up in my mind in the journey, I ended up in this little woodland glen. And it was like an animated cartoon. It was like I was in Snow White. And there was a little cartoon raccoon on my head, kind of shining up my crown chakra. And there was a squirrel on my chest who unscrewed my heart chakra, took it out, buffed it with a little towel, screwed it back in. And it was like, that made so much sense to me. Someone else would be like, what the heck was that? But number one, I'm also a cartoonist. And part of the message for me was that I had to focus more on my art, that I need to focus more, that drawing comics for me is healing. That's what opens me up, opens my crown to spirit, opens my heart to express what I see, what I feel, in order to share my experiences with others. So the universe will use whatever images, whatever language is meaningful to you. And that again is part of air, part of spirit. It's the imagination. And if you're interested to see my comics, the link is going to be in the description of this video. It's at drawingbreath-comic.blogspot.com. And I have a number of comic characters I've been drawing since I was a kid, and most of my comics lately have been my shamanic experiences, my journeys, etc. So please check them out, see what you think. I always love feedback. Anyway, so air, spirit, and when we too take those deep breaths, that's how we center ourselves, that's how we align. And when we move from our heart, centered with our breath, then Every action we take from that place is inspired, which means inspirited. When you're moving from center, when you're moving from your heart, you are spirit embodied in the world, and everything you do affects the world exponentially. Whatever little acts of kindness, whatever, and you don't even have to do anything. My teacher, Sandra Ingerman, says, it's not what you do, but who you become that changes the world. And if you were to do nothing but sit on your couch at home and just vibe really high, you would change the world, because you don't draw to yourself what you want. It's about frequency. You draw to yourself who you are. You draw to yourself that world that resonates with whatever frequency you are radiating out. So, yeah. So keep shining, keep radiating, keep breathing. Like I like to tell people to think about dolphin as a power animal. Air, like I said, is spirit. Water is like emotions. Water is kind of the topsy-turvy world with all its waves and currents, and it's easy to get caught in those currents. But if you're like dolphin, who is a mammal, so an air breather, has a rhythm, rising to the surface, getting a breath of air, breath of spirit, by taking that inside, that's what it allows dolphin to dive and navigate through the watery world. And then when he needs more air, more spirit, he rises, takes another breath of spirit, and that is how you go through the world. April just asked, what happens when someone is emotionally detached? How is their vibe? Someone who's emotionally detached, at least in my estimation, I mean, each person is different. I can't really say a generalized, this is what happens. But if the person was in front of me and that was the challenge, I would look for a block between the top, the higher chakras and the lower chakras. Someone who's emotionally detached is probably living up here, living in their head, and you need to open to the heart. And there's so many things that can cause that. You know, like I was talking about earlier, doing soul retrievals, bringing back parts of people's souls that have been fragmented, that have been broken off because of trauma, detached because of trauma. And that's kind of, it's that emotional detachment. We call it dissociation, right, in Western medicine. And so what I would normally do in that case is check to see if there's need for a soul retrieval. If there's soul parts of that person hanging out here someplace because of a trauma that happened, then that person isn't whole. And by bringing that soul part back, blowing it back into their physical body, into their chakras, will help to open their heart, bring that emotional attachment back. Does that make, I don't know if that answers your question, April. It would have to be a case-by-case situation that I would have to, and when I'm helping others as the shaman, I'm not the one who does the healing. It's my guides that I journey. When I'm doing shamanic healing, I tend to do two journeys. The first one is a diagnostic, asking my guides what needs to happen in what order. And then the second journey is to, if it's a soul retrieval, to go and search for those soul parts that are ready to come back and help at that time. So it's always my guides the spirits, they can see the bigger picture. They know what needs to happen. So I always I don't normally do this, but I know, April, it says someone has emotionally detached from everything and hyper-focused on money. That, in that case, and this is just general, and I'm not diagnosing anyone, I'm not going to tell you what needs to happen. I'm not trying to read the person, but just the first reaction I would say is they're probably caught in their root chakra, the place of fear. You're welcome, April. Someone that's focused on money, that's detached from everything else and focused on money, that comes from a place of fear. You know, in the world, in the universe, there are only two things, love and fear. Love is technically the only power in the universe. Fear is an absence of love, a lack of love. And technically that fear is an illusion because all that exists is love. But when we have the traumas that disassociate ourselves from our true selves, you know, split us, fragment us, we start to attach, we start to focus on those things that we think will make us safe. And so we focus on the physical things around us, the objects, the money, the people, or whatever, when the only true safety is your connection to spirit. Again, like I said, when you're connected, when you're aligned, everything you do is inspired. And when you're aligned, that's when the synchronicities happen. That's when people just show up out of the woodwork with the answers that you need, or with the help, like, you know, our situation will shift. It's really about coming back again to the breath, coming back to center, aligning with spirit, moving from that place of stillness, of centeredness, knowing that the universe has your highest good at heart. The universe conspires to get you exactly what you need at any moment. You are always in the right place at the right time. You always have everything you need to move forward. So, thank you, April, for asking. I wasn't sure what else I was going to talk about tonight, so that was perfect, and it fit right in to what I was saying. So, thank you for joining us, April. And thank you, everyone else who's joined tonight. It was kind of an interesting evening. So I hope this was helpful for people. I hope the ceremony spoke to you, resonated with you, gave you a moment at least of being able to let go and breathe. Do this every Wednesday night, the same time. Please join me again next week. Bring your friends. You can tag people in the comments or share the video far and wide. And know that if anything that I've said resonates with you, if you'd like some shamanic healing or soul retrieval or whatever, you can visit my website at perchingwolfstudios.net, and I explain all the different healing modalities and readings, etc. And you can sign up for a personal session with me right on my website. And that's what I'm here for. I am here to support you on your spiritual journey. So let me know what I can do to help you. And it's a mutual healing. It's a mutual support. A shaman's job is to support the community that supports them. So thank you for supporting me by watching this video, for giving me something to always look forward to on Wednesday evenings. I really, really enjoy this. And, you know, keep watching my page. I'm going to be teaching some new classes coming up. There's so many changes in my life right now. I don't know what they all are. I'm kind of going through a whole reset. So who knows? I'm kind of open. I'm doing that centering and surrendering. And I have no idea what's going to happen. And I know that my ego mind cannot possibly figure out what I need to do next. So everything I just told you is something I am doing as well. It's experience. It's we're in this together. So thank you for joining me. Before I let you go, I will release our sacred space. We release the spirits and the elements who so graciously held us in their love. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in my circle. Aho. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I hope to see you next week. And Monday nights at 8 o'clock, I also do a live video where I do 1-card readings with a medicine card deck, working with the totems and the animal spirit guide. So join me Monday nights at 8 if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I hope to see you next Wednesday. And until then, know that I love you, that I see you, and that I honor you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Remember who you are. Breathe. Go shining. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye now.